I have a rant that I want to go on, and I'm gonna title this rant, You Can Make More Money Opening Up an Average Business Than Making it to the NFL or the NBA or some professional sports. So I was interviewing a gentleman by the name of Cartez Jones, and he has a cookie company. And again, this is a amazing cookie company. He sent me some of the product before the interview. And again, it was again great product. But we were talking offline, and he was saying how it was a competitor or another cookie company that end up selling for I think 100 million, and the person who owned the company or founded the company, kind of their takeaway was $50 million. He was like, "Man, I know my cookies better than that." He's looking at this from an objective standpoint. Now, whether or not you want to say this guy is objective or not, because he's in competition, no, put that to the side for a second. He opened up Cartez cookies, and he's saying, "Okay, my cookies are better than that." And so I know if this person with their average cookies sold the company to a private equity firm, which I'll get off into a little later, for $100 million, and their takeaway was $50 million, I know for a fact that I can build my business up and sell my company for at least that. And therefore, okay, even if I get 50 million, heck, even if I get 20 or $30 million, that changes his life at that point. So, and then this brings me back to the private equity point of it. Essentially, a private equity group is a group that has to spend money to invest in businesses, to buy businesses, to back businesses, so that they can later on sell the business that they bought to a bigger company. So in the story where the private equity group bought the competitor's cookie company for $100 million, he said that they end up selling it to another company for like $300 million. So again, these private equity firms are taking rich people's money, billionaires, centimillionaires, decamillionaires. They're investing the money into business that they think they can take, make more efficient, make more profit, and then they can sell it to a bigger company, and they have to spend money, they have to spend billions of dollars that they get from these rich people to make the rich people more money. So that's I think is important for you all to know, listening to this video and listening to this audio, because they're going to buy businesses, whether the business is average, whether business is making money, whether business is a home run. Their job as a private equity group is to spend money on the business, to buy the business from startups or from people like you and I, and therefore in a process making people like you and I extremely rich. So again, going back to the title of this rant, you're going to be able to sell your average business, sell your business to a private equity group and make more money than you are if you're an athlete going to the NFL, to the NBA, or some professional athlete. I mean, some professional sport. It's just the reality of the situation. I'm also in the process again, another person on my podcast, and she literally just sold her company for $300 million. And her takeaway was only $30 million based on her share in her equity that she had in the company at the time of sale. But again, this is a person, an everyday person who, again, hair products, built the company up, got with the right people to invest in her company, to kind of build it up even more. And then they end up selling it to a bigger company for $300 million, and her takeaway was $30 million. Now that changes her life at that point. The fact that she started something in 5 to 7 years, maybe even sooner, she sells it and her takeaway is $30 million. Can't wait to have her on so she can tell her story and what she did. But again, this is proving my point. People every day there, again, this is not back in the day in the 90s, 80s, where you can work a job for 30 years and at the end of it, you're going to retire. And even if you can, who wants to do that? But you see in the news every day, people are laying off people left and right. Okay, 10 years, 5 years at a company, they're laying you off. So you don't have even the security that you once had working at a big company for 30 years, for 20 years, being able to ride off into the sunset at that company. They can let you go at any time, which again brings me to my ultimate point. What is stopping you from starting a business? We all have a passion that we want to do, whether it's selling cookies. Again, people are buying cookie companies for $100 million that started in somebody's head, and that they put pen to pad and started an actual company. Other people are hair products. Again, starting a business, building it up. Again, private equity groups have to buy these businesses, have to buy businesses that they can look and say, okay, this would be a good one that we can buy, make more efficient, make more money, and then sell it to another bigger company. So everybody's happy. You're happy because somebody's buying your company and they're putting 10, 15, 20, 30 million dollars in your pocket, which changes your generation life forever. But then they're still making money because they're going to exit out for a bigger payday later down the line. So it's not even like you're getting over on somebody. But the whole thing is you have to start that business. I know we all have an idea. We all have something that we want to always wanted to do. Just start that business. And what do you know? You can be that next person that private equity group buys out for, again, 50 million, 100 million, $300 million, which changes you and your downline's life forever. So as an intellectual property attorney with almost 10 years of experience, the good thing about this is in America these days, we're not selling manufacturing at mass like we once did. The thing that we're selling to the world is intellectual property. And I talked about this on one of my previous videos. When you think about Disney and all the movies and stuff that they're making, that's copyright, that's IP. When you think about Apple and the Microsofts and all these technology companies, all these companies that are creating products, that's patents. When you think about the Coca-Colas of the world, they're selling brand as well as trade secrets. All this stuff goes back to intellectual property. So if you're going to work with a company, hey, do that. But make sure that you're starting something, that you're kind of building out your intellectual property, that you're owning intellectual property that you will later be able to leverage and sell to someone else for millions of dollars later down the line. That's the ultimate goal of this thing. And then another thing of it is you in a process, you become a brand that, hey, when you go on to start the next thing, you have brand recognition to these companies to say, hey, I remember buying this company from this guy or from this girl, and I made $50 million or $100 million on that sale. So to the extent that you come up with another company, your brand, your brand as the person, it means something, so that the likelihood of success continues to climb exponentially with other things that you do going forward. So again, as an intellectual property attorney, as somebody who's bringing on people on my platform, who's building businesses in real time, who has sold their businesses for payouts to these private equity groups, I want to encourage all of you to, hey, get off the sideline, get into the game. We all have an ideal of something that we want to start and build something up from it. And again, rely on these private equity groups to come pay you millions of dollars for your company, which again, you're going to make more money than you will make, or than most of these professional athletes. What they say, the average professional athlete career is only 3.5 years anyway. So you're going to make more money. They're probably getting, what, $1 million. We're not talking about the LeBron James, the Steph Currys, the Kevin Durant's, who they're at the top of their sport, or the Tom Brady's, who's again at the top of their sport. We're talking about the everyday professional athlete who's going to pay 3 to 5 years, 5 years at max. They're going to get a couple $1 million. They still have to pay agents, to pay Uncle Sam, and pay all these people that's helping them out with things. So therefore, they're going to go broke anyway when it's time to leave their respective sport and get introduced into society. You can be building up your company, and in 5 to 7 years, maybe sooner, sell that company again to a private equity group for tens of millions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars, have a 30 million, $50 million exit. You're going to be older, you're going to be wiser. So it's not like you're going to blow the money, and then you can do it all over again with the next company. So also, my ultimate point is you can make more money building a business, selling it to a private equity group, than you will trying to be some type of professional athlete. Subscribe to the channel if you like this content. Watch the videos. I'll be doing more going forward with kind of bring you everything intellectual property, from trademarks, copyrights to patents. And again, bring you more people who are giving their story, more people who have sold their businesses to a lot of money to private equity groups. Again, I'm trying to give you guys value. I know I'm not going to be able to help everybody, but it's some people, and I've been helping a lot of people. I've been getting a lot of calls from people wanting me to help them secure their trademarks, secure their brands, secure their patents. And shout outs to you guys, because you guys are doing something about it. And I have no doubt that a lot of you who are reaching out to get help on securing your IP, at some point, you're going to have a big break. You're going to sell your company for millions of dollars later down the line, while everybody else is on the sideline and they're just wondering, oh man, it can't be me, yada, yada, yada. They're waiting for their company, whoever they work at, that 9 to 5 job, to come give them that pink slip or give them that paper saying, hey, we're laying you off or we're firing you. And now, hey, you could have already been building something else that you could have been halfway to your exit and your big payday. So Again, give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Maybe you disagree with me. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with me. But I've seen this story play out way too many times. I have a buddy who's in mergers and acquisitions, worked for one of the biggest law firms in the world, and this stuff happens every day. The private equity groups have to give the money, have to buy businesses. So why can't it be your business that you start up and one day you sell for and exit with tens of millions of dollars, 50 millions of dollars, heck, even $5 million. That's going to change the trajectory of your generational downline forever. So until next time, hopefully you got something from this video. Subscribe to the channel if you did. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.